So, how do we transition you to becoming a Scrum Master? Well, for us, we have three levels. Level one, the beginner's level. Level two, the intermediate level. And level three, the advanced level. So, let's look at the beginner's level. Again, think about it like a game. At the beginner's level, we are teaching you the fundamentals, the rudiments, the basics of what you need to do as a Scrum Master. There, we talk about what is Scrum, what is Agile, what are the differences between, Waterfall and Scrum, and just the basics, talking specifically around what you can find online about Scrum. Consolidating all the research you've made, watching YouTube, reading stuffs on the websites, and we bring it all together and we make sure it makes sense. Meaning, what does Scrum really means? Running those analogies. It is a sport analogy, rugby, and we tell you those beautiful stories. Bring it together so it makes sense. So you understand at a basic level, this is what Scrum means. And then we're going to walk you through what we refer to as the process mechanics, what you need to do as a Scrum Master on the day in, day out, on the life of a project. And then we're going to grill you through multiple processes. We gauge individuals during part of our transformation on 4 dimensions. The first dimension is critical thinking. For every week, we're setting, time aside for you to quiz yourself, I'll take that back. Not necessarily to quiz yourself, because we are going to be doing a lot of quizzing for you. It's more like to really understand how can you reflect from your learning for that week and articulate this in writing in a way that we would be able to read and say, this individual was able to distill the thoughts of that particular week, and the person understands or gets it. Well, that's what you will be doing. We're gauging you on that. We're also gauging you on engagement, as it were. We want to see that you are engaged in the program. So we're watching out in the program to see how you are, through body language, engaging with your colleagues, through body language, engaging in the activities during the class. We're also reading out on your communication, whatever tool we are using at that point. Right now, we're using Slack. We are posting articles in there, expecting you to read it and then share your thoughts. Coaches are going to be asking open-ended, powerful questions to get you to think about the article or the video you just watched and share your thoughts. We are reading to be sure that you are following along and you are gradually building on the foundational knowledge that we're trying to enable. And then another dimension we're going to be looking out for is your exams. We're going to be giving you an exam, a short exam that consolidates everything that you have learned for that entire period of 1 month. And then we're also going to do a mock interview. For level 1, you have just one interview, which is an interview where we ask basic questions. We are looking for your body language. We are looking for your understanding of the rudiments, the basics. We want to see how you articulate yourself. All of these come together to make 100 points, which you qualify if you get at least 70 of those points to go to level 2. Now, the fun begins at level 2, where after understanding the basics and the rudiments, you want to build on that basics or that rudiments. How? We are going to take you to the next level. The next level for us is what we refer to as, Sprint Zero. In some cases, we refer to them as pre-PI activities, meaning that now you are now a Scrum Master. You want to start doing the function of a Scrum Master for a team that is brand new to Agile. What are those steps? What do you need to do? Well, we have sequenced a series of activities that would allow you to be able to do the role of a Scrum Master that needs to set up a team to be successful in the upcoming PI. Now we have a month of engagement and interaction, which we refer to as level 2, for you to get it. So that if you are thrown in on a project, for example, you will understand what you need to do, the activities that need to be sequenced for your project to be successful. We're going to guide you through that process. And again, like level 1, we're going to be gauging your interaction, watching how you are engaging the teams you are supporting, and watching that your group, which is the team that you will be leading, it's successful. Level 1 is about individual activity. Level 2 is about group activity. In other words, we are watching how the group matures, how you handle the 5 dysfunctions that a team typically would have, the challenges, how you negotiate yourselves out of conflicts, how you handle dependencies, intra-team dependencies, and inter-team dependencies, meaning dependencies within the team and dependencies outside the team. How do you coordinate using what you have learned from level 1, the activities and the interactions for your team to be successful in the next level, which is level 3. So this is more like setup, as it were, level 2. Level 3 is the last step of this journey. Of course, to leave level 2, the exit criteria is around you taking the exams. We're watching, of course, your body language, checking your critical thinking, your engagement, use of powerful questions. We want to see that you have mastered, as it were, foundational knowledge, and then you are building on it in level 2. In level 3, basically, now we have done all the work in level 2, preparing for the next PI, understanding the product vision of what we are working on, getting a good understanding of the activities that need to be sequenced together to be successful, and then defining, building our backlog in different tools. We are going to be using multiple ALM tools, typically about 4: Asana, Jira, Azure DevOps, and maybe Trello. So each team gets a variety of these application lifecycle management tools and how they all come together. So basically, you are going to be using these tools to build a backlog in level 2 in readiness for level 3, which is being opened by PI planning. We close level 2 typically with a training, a bridge training on what we refer to as Safe for Teams, which is a prerequisite to launching an agile release train and starting a PI. So we teach you about the basics. In that training, it's going to be focused specifically on the role of a Scrum Master within a PI planning. What you need to do, what you need to watch out for. I'm going to call that out during that training, and that happens on the last week of level 2. And then finally, you get ready for PI planning. Level 3, of course, for those candidates who progress or pass from level 2 to level 3, they basically go through that process of digging into PI planning. Now they've gone beyond team level work, which is level 2. They are now at the program level work, meaning how do they interact at the program level? How do they interact with other teams? That interaction, that dynamics that happens at the program level is what the emphasis of level 3 is. Now, your people skills, your negotiation skills, come to light because we want to see how you are negotiating that landmine that lives within programs, meaning how do we ensure that delivery and execution is going on, milestones, roadmaps, and all of that are in place, but at the same time, the team is executing in an agile fashion. We start introducing the teams to, the concept of operating models and how operating models work and where they fit within an operating model within a transformation. And how do the portfolio, for example, within the organization interfaces with the team and give guidance around standards with which the team should operate. Level 3 is more of a broader look outside the team into the program and maybe some part of the portfolio. How you as a Scrum Master have grown within the organization, and it's not just evangelizing the agile mindset at the team level, but you are evangelizing it at the program level as well as the larger organization. So you as a Scrum Master, ladies and gentlemen, you are a change agent influencing your team, now at level 2, preparing to influence the program, and at level 3, influencing the program. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the journey. Now, if you go through these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 to 3 steps, you typically would be ready to tackle any project within the role of a Scrum Master. And that's what this is, a journey of getting you to where you need to go as a Scrum Master to be able to add value within an organization. Now, coming out of this program, going back to our hero's journey, you will come out of that process better ready to better engage with your stakeholders and add value very quickly because you understand exactly what you should be doing at each step of your journey. If you have any other questions, please feel free to ask. But once again, thank you for choosing to be a part of this program.